What's up everybody, it's Alex Yu with the Ragin Ronin review. Today I'm going to review Fast 5, which is the 5th installment of the Fast and the Furious franchise. In Fast 5, it is directed by Justin Lin, who actually directed Tokyo Drift, which is the 3rd one, and Fast and Furious, which is the 4th one. I know the titles are very confusing, but let's just roll with it. So in this new one, it brings back Paul Walker and Vin Diesel, and we also bring back Jordana Brewster, and we got The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, chasing them down. You know what? I'm gonna have to say that Fast 5 is my favorite movie of 2011 so far, because it is just very entertaining. You know what the thing is? It's the pacing. It's the pacing that really makes this movie work, because you get action, then you get your drama, then you get your action, then you get your drama, then you get action, then you get your drama, and then you get your big action at the end. You don't really get huge moments of exposition and drama and just long drawn out little bits of dialogue. They don't do that in the movie, so there are no boring parts in the movie, and it is really a summer blockbuster movie. It's a popcorn movie, right? There's not really a whole lot of things to think about. You just enjoy the visuals, and boy, the visuals absolutely rock. No pun intended. We're looking at two big action stars of the new school. We got Vin Diesel and The Rock going at it, and what could be better? And one of the great things about Fast 5 is that you can see that they're kind of phasing out the whole street racing thing. There was a scene which involved a little bit of the street racing subculture, but it feels like they had to put that in just to keep the name for the series. Because they're part of the franchise, the Fast and Furious franchise, they have to add a little bit of street racing in it, right? Because that is really the foundation of the whole franchise. I mean, it works. They add it in, and it ties in with the rest of the other movies. But you can see that the studios want to phase it out so that they can turn the next Fast and Furious movies to come out more like heist movies. And that's what they're going for. They said for Fast 6, if that's what they're going to call it, they're going to have it more about heist movies as opposed to street racing movies. Now, that's what this movie is about. It's about a big giant heist. I'm kind of glad that they took it away from the street racing subculture, because you can only do so much with it before you get bored, and that's the reason why I found that number 4 didn't work for me. They didn't introduce anything new. They introduced new cars, but there's got to be a different type of element in it. Like, that's why the 3rd one worked for me, because it was about drifting. The 4th one was more about American muscle cars, but you're just changing up the cars, right? The street racing is still the same. Now for the 5th one, like I said, they phased out the street racing, and they made the movie more of an action movie. It's like a balls out kind of a shoot 'em up with car chases and hand-to-hand fighting. And who better to fight than Vin Diesel and The Rock? So that really brought it home for us. And not only that, I think the casting was perfect, because they brought in cast members from the first 4 movies and brought them to the 5th one. It was kind of like a big reunion. And for people who always say that the first one will always be the best, well, this one tops it, because they're bringing back the cast from the first one and introducing a whole bunch of new action elements that we haven't seen before. Because like I said, this movie is about a heist, and it's no longer about street racing. It's just about a bunch of big car chases. The action is just nuts. I mean, Justin Lin has proved that he's a guy that can film car stunts, and the car stunts really work because they're all real world stunts. There's no CG, and if there was CG, then it was very believable. Okay, there were a few scenes that were kind of where you're thinking to yourself, that's physically impossible. But this is not that type of movie to say that to. The action is over the top. The stunt driving is absolutely ridiculous, and it's a ride. It's just a big ride, and that's what I love about this movie. I'm gonna have to give this movie an 8 out of 10. It's the best of the series. The big fight with The Rock and Vin Diesel was just, that was awesome. And then there was even this foot chase on top of the rooftops, and it involved being chased by bad guys with guns. That part was just great. And it was very, it was more violent than the other ones, because there was more gun action. There was more, you know, they sent a special forces group to chase these guys down, and these guys are the best at what they do, and they carry a lot of heavy weapons. Jordana Brewster is fine. And that other girl, Gal Gadot, I hope I pronounced it correct. I'd hate to butcher her name, because she is fine. Woo-wee! Oh man, I think I fell in love with South American women, because wow. yeah, she is something else. I love that they brought back Sung Kang from the third one, Tyrese and Ludacris from the second one. There's some things that I didn't really buy. Like, I don't want to spoil it, but there's some scenes where you see some of the main characters have a change of heart. I won't say what it is because I don't want to spoil it, but that was a little bit unbelievable for story's sake, but you know, I'll let it go because I still had a really great time watching this movie. 8 out of 10. I recommend it. Check it out. This is Alex Yu. Thank you for watching the Ragin Ronin review. Peace. X-Men First Class coming out on the 3rd of June, and then on the 10th we got Super 8 coming out on IMAX, and then on the 17th we have Green